Hello friends, today I will share with you my experience of US B1 B2 visa interview questions. I will share with you all the questions which they ask me during interview and what are the answers which I share with them. The answer can be different as per your own separate case, but I will share one by one all the questions which they share with me. So once I went to the US embassy, it was a short interview, like maximum 2 to 3 minutes, and the questions were all very basics, which don't require any special answer. So the first question when I went there, they asked me, what is the purpose of your visit? So you must be clear that the purpose of your visit is only tourist purpose. If you are applying for the B1 B2 visa, you don't have to tell them that I am going for some other activities. Just be clear that you are going only for the tourist activity. So the next question he asked me that what is your marital status, like are you married or are single? So if you are married, yes, you have to tell them that I'm married. And the next question they asked me that where are your family and where are your kids? So I told them they are with me here in Saudi Arabia. And he asked me, are they not traveling with you? So I told them no, they are not traveling with me, I am traveling alone. So if you are traveling alone, you have to tell them your family and kids will stay here and they will be not traveling with you. So it will be a also positive impact on your interview that you are going alone, your family is here, so there are more chances that you will come back here, because at the end of day you have to make him realize that you are going to come back, you are not going to run away, or you are not going to apply from some other extension of your visa. So the next question he asked me that do you have any relatives in the US? So even if you have some relatives in the US, you are not supposed to tell them, because you are applying for the tourist visa, and for a tourist visa you don't need to show that you have some relatives or someone there, because on a tourist visa you just book an hotel and you can stay alone. So you just tell them no, I don't have any relatives and I will be traveling alone, I have hotel booking and I will be staying in the hotel. So the next question he asked me that which city you are going to visit in the US. So you can select the most prominent one, the tourist spots like New York, Las Vegas, any city you prefer. And then you also add some places which you are going to visit. So in my case, I told them I will go to the New York and I will visit these few places, and I have already booked the hotel nearby also. So the next question he asked me that how long you are going to stay in the US. So you don't have to tell them that I'm going to stay 2 months or 3 months. You have to be minimum, like you can tell them I am going to stay for around 2 weeks maximum, because I'm going for vacation, I am having 2 weeks vacation, and after 2 weeks I will come back. Because whether you say 1 week, 2 weeks, it's not going to impact on the total validity of your visa. You are going to get 10 years visa, so you have to tell them that 2 weeks, because on your total duration they will they will count the expenses. Like if you say I'm going to stay 2 months, so they are expecting you should have that sufficient funds for 2 months. So if you will say 1 week or 2 weeks, so the minimum amount of your bank balance can be accepted. So the next question he asked me, do you have sufficient fund for your travel? So yes, I told him yes, I have the sufficient funds, I have a bank statement. He didn't see my bank statement, he just asked me, do you have sufficient funds, and that's it. So in some cases they might ask you for the bank statement, so you're supposed to bring your bank statement, because I saw some videos on the YouTube which are like saying you don't need to bring any document, but they might ask you something. So bank statement and employment certificate you must need to bring. My salary and position on the employment certificate, and also cross check me that what are my duties and where I work, like this, some basic question about your profession. So the last question he asked me that which countries you have traveled, so it's like your travel history. So I mentioned him like I have traveled Schengen area, I have traveled Arab countries. So in this section you have to tell him all the countries which you have visited, not only the visa stamped on your passport, the country which you have actually visited. So it's not mandatory that you must have visited many countries, but at least some countries you must have your travel record for your better chances of your approval of visa. If you cannot go to like European countries or Schengen area, at least you should have the travel history for the Gulf country like Bahrain, UAE, Qatar. So it will be a good impact on your application. So in the end, I would like to give some tips for your interview. In the interview, you should bring your ikama with you for sure. They will check your ikama. in case they have doubt on your employment certificate. In my case, they took my comma and they compared the profession which is mentioned on my employment certificate and on my comma. They have one guy separately sitting with them which is checking the commas, but this one, in some cases they don't check. And the second tip which I would like to give you is you must bring your employment certificate with you and the bank statement, and also if you can bring the hotel booking with you. Because in my case, when I went there, I went around 30 minutes earlier, and they didn't allow me to go inside before my appointment time. So when I was standing outside, I saw many guys coming out of the embassy which already have their interview done. So I asked the random guys about what they are asking. So whenever I asked some guy, they have the different opinions, and different questions were asked from each individual. So, and one of guy I met, he was some Sudani national, and I asked him what they ask you, and he told me that they took my employment certificate and they kept my bank statement, and they told me that we will verify these documents and after this we will decide. Because mostly this is what we know, that they are going to decide on the spot. Like in my case, after my interview finished, they told me that okay, we accepted your application, you will get your visa after few days. But in some cases, if they have their doubt, they keep your documents for the verification. So you have to bring bank statement, employment certificate and hotel booking, or as much as supporting documents you can bring, because there is no harm in bringing the documents. If they don't ask, no problem, you can bring back. But if they ask and if you don't have at that time, that is the issue. So for the safe side, you must bring all your related documents. And best of luck. If you have any further question, you can mention in the comments below section and I will answer. And one other next video I'm going to make, that how to get the US appointment visa soon. Like sometime we heard that you cannot get the appointment for 3 months or 2 months. No, it's not like. There is some method through which you can get your appointment maybe next day or the next week. So I will also make a video. So if you want to see that video, please subscribe my channel, and I will upload this video very soon.